Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your Gypsy Tarot Love Spread. This is from the 1st to the 15th of September. Just to let you know what you guys are going to be getting now, you'll get 4 readings a month, 2 readings between the 1st and the 15th, which will be your Gypsy Tarot Love Spread and also your Celtic Cross. I'm doing it like that because I like the immediacy of those bi-weekly readings, so that's why I like doing them. We'll try and shorten the readings a little bit though. On the Celtic Cross, you'll see me on video now because I haven't been connecting with the audience lately and I'd like to connect more. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Then from the 16th to the end of the month, you'll get another Gypsy Tarot Love just to see if there are any other updates coming in, and also another Celtic Cross. Okay, so let's have a look at your reading. We're using the Rider-Waite Tarot for the main reading, and then we'll follow up with a Romance Angels Oracle card, okay, for advice. So, Universe Spirit, show me Scorpio and love. What's going on for Scorpio and love between the 1st and the 15th of September? What's going on for Scorpio and love? What's going on for Scorpio and love between the 1st and the 15th of September? What's going on for Scorpio and love? Show me Scorpio and love between the 1st and the 15th of September. Show me Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs. Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs. Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs between the 1st and the 15th of September. Show me. Okay. So we're going to split the deck into 3 for you guys. We're going to collect it back up and we're going to start laying the cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, let's have a look. So around you, wow, this is lovely. 6 of Swords shows you guys as the situation. The situation with the 6 of Swords is about moving on. You might still have some mental barriers, some mental blockages, but you're trying to avoid that and you're trying to look clearly at a situation. So I feel that the situation is around Scorpio trying to move on from a situation. You're trying to move those mental blocks, those mental barriers that might have been holding you back around a relationship, and it's about trying to overcome that. What is your mental and emotional in response to that? Well, you've got the Hierophant as your mental and emotional. So how you're mentally sort of dealing with this moving on, well, it's the Hierophant, and that's nice because the Hierophant says that you're looking at a situation from a perspective of wisdom, higher wisdom, with the Hierophant energy. It emotionally with the Hierophant, it's kind of weird because the Hierophant, when you look at emotions, it's even though it is the card of commitment, it's also the card that can represent something that's quite platonic. And if you look at this Hierophant, he sits well above these 2 people here. I do feel with this card, this is about taking some form of a higher perspective on this situation here. So you're moving on. The situation is about moving on with the 6 of Swords. Mentally and emotionally, you're kind of rationalising, I feel, with this Hierophant. But it's not just rationalising. It's what is your wisdom telling you? What is your higher self, which is what the Hierophant is telling you. And I feel that mentally this is how you're doing it. You're kind of looking at yourself. You're doing a lot of inner reflection with that Hierophant. Your higher self is speaking to you emotionally and also mentally. What's the reason for that, Scorpio? Well, because of the 5 of Wands. So there might be been some conflict within a relationship. The 5 of Wands could also be, when you look at the 5 of Wands, internally, this 5 of Wands is about huge blockages going on. So sometimes this is angry emotions when you get the 5 of Wands. Sometimes this 5 of Wands represents frustration, that type of thing. It can be that the situation between you and another individual couldn't be worked out because the 5 of Wands represents everybody's right, nobody's backing down. So usually when you get this card, it's difficult because, you know, if it's a relationship, you've got not just arguments but conflicting ideas going on. Your idea you believe is right, their idea they believe is right. So it's about, I feel, taking the higher ground with the Hierophant, looking at the situation mentally from the perspective of a higher force, okay, gaining your introspection, your knowledge on the situation from a place of wisdom, from a place of spirit, I would say, with this Hierophant energy. What's going on in your present situation? The situation is the Seven of Swords. So the situation could be about a deception. Seven of Swords does represent deceptive energies when it comes to love. It might be avoidance. Maybe somebody's avoiding you with that Seven of Swords, Scorpio. The Seven of Swords, though, could simply be about needing to remove yourself from a situation, escape a situation. But really in love, when you get the Seven of Swords, it's about somebody who's been underhanded. But what is going on around that situation? Well, you've got a King of Pentacles, so the situation is excuse me, for some of you guys the situation might be a deception, but what is it it's trying to tell us about this deception? Well, it's trying to tell us about a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles can be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual. Doesn't have to be, because I don't always apply the astrological signs to the cards. If it's a person and they've been deceptive, the situation is a deception, it's about a King of Pentacles. This might be somebody who was deceptive in terms of, it's not in terms of their values, he's not in the reverse, but he's very much the type of person that is very sexual, very into sexual energy, very into his earthly pleasures. One of those things is sex, and sex is connected to love. So it might be around either a earth sign individual, or maybe somebody who holds the traits off a King of Pentacles energy, which is what you're experiencing. What's the reason for the King of Pentacles showing up? Because of the Fool. So this person is showing up because maybe they wanted to be free. You've got the Fool energy here, and the Fool energy means to pursue other things, okay? The Fool energy means taking a chance or taking a new opportunity. When you get this Fool energy here, it means going into something new. So it might be the situation was some form of a deception. But what is it around that deception that we're looking at? It's showing a person, a face card, King of Pentacles. What is it about this? Why is this person showing up? Well, because of the Fool. Some of you guys, it might be that the situation is that with the Seven of Swords, this was about distrust. Could be the situation. That distrusting situation or mistrust could be around a King of Pentacles. Why is he showing up? Well, he or she's showing up well because of the Fool. You know, was this a quick relationship, for example? Was this, because the Fool energy represents a quick relationship. It doesn't represent something long term. It represents a bit of fun, but then it's over. But I feel that this person might have wanted to be free here. This person's showing up because of the Fool. It might have been a quick relationship. Might have been a quick sexual relationship he had with this individual. But it could also be this individual shows up because of the Fool energy. Maybe they weren't into it. Fool cards also represent people who lack commitment. So it could be the situation is a Seven of Swords. Situation could be some of you guys were deceived. Well, who were you deceived by? What was the deception about? Well, it could be, if you were deceived, it would have been, I feel, from a King of Pentacles here. Why were you deceived? Because of the Fool. They weren't particularly committed for some of you guys with that Fool energy. What's going on around your hopes, Scorpio? Well, the Eight of Pentacles is the situation. So the Eight of Pentacles is about working hard towards an end goal. Okay, it's about achievement when you get the Eight of Pentacles. Sometimes the Eight of Pentacles can represent doing something over and over and over again, so repeating patterns. But what is your hopes around that? Well, the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is the reason for why this situation is the way it is. When you get the this situation, this is what the situation is. And what we need to look at are what are the hopes around that Eight of Pentacles. So for some reason, this is about working on something with the Eight of Pentacles energy. It could be also with this Eight of Pentacles. If this is about repetitive patterns, some of you guys are... sorry, my video equipment is really playing up this morning. So if you saw a little bit of a stop there, it's because the video equipment's not doing its job this morning. But the Eight of Pentacles is often a card that represents hard work and effort, but it can also represent repetitive energy. So maybe there's a situation going on here where there's a repetition of something that's consistently going on. But around that, what is that? Well, the Page of Pentacles. It might be saying that your hopes with this Page of Pentacles around this is to, because the Page of Pentacles is a student, it learns. But also the Page of Pentacles in terms of love is about attraction. it's a difficult one really in a way, because your hopes are for the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is either that you're hoping to be more responsible, it could be that you're continuously repeating the same old patterns, Scorpio, and as a result of those patterns, it might be your hope with this Page of Pentacles is to be a bit more responsible when it comes to love in the future, really to assess and look at whatever this pentacle is, whatever this pure potential is. It could be that you're hoping that you can be more responsible, maybe you can be more cautious, because the Page of Pentacles represents to be more cautious. We need to see what the reason is for your hopes being the Page of Pentacles, because of the Sun. For some of you guys, it could be one of the two, I feel. One is Eight of Pentacles is the situation. Maybe you're working on something here. Maybe whatever it is that you're working on, the hope around that Page of Pentacles is that there's still a window of opportunity coming in. Could be the working on the self. Maybe the Eight of Pentacles is the situation in which the hopes are with the Page of Pentacles. The hope is to possibly find a new commitment with someone. Pentacles usually represent commitment in the tarot, or find a new opportunity potentially to commit to something or someone, because it might be that you're feeling quite positive. You're sitting in a positive light here. We can see that you're coming from a very much a higher perspective in terms of your thoughts and your feelings around this situation, because you're moving on here, Scorpio. And mentally and emotionally, how are you dealing with that? Well, it's from a higher perspective, because there's a very convoluted situation going on here, internally or externally, with that Five of Wands. The situation is showing maybe there's a deception going on here. That deception, well, what is it about? Well, it's about a King of Pentacles. Who is the King of Pentacles? Well, the Fool. Somebody who wasn't particularly committed, I feel. Possibly looking at other opportunities. And this Fool is looking at the Five of Wands. And Five of Wands can be competitors or others. So the Fool, he or she was possibly looking for other people. Other people that they could find an interest in. So you might have been dealing with, I'm not saying you were dealing with a narcissist, but there is the potential to deal with that, in which around your hopes there is the need to work hard and put some effort in. It could be, what is that effort about? The Page of Pentacles. This is either to be more responsible, stop repeating patterns, or it could be with the Page of Pentacles to see new windows of opportunity in which you can invest your potential with this Page of Pentacles. And what's the reason for that? The Sun. You're thinking positively about this situation, but also there's a sense of enlightenment, I feel, coming in here. What are your expectations concerning love? Well, the situation is about a King of Swords, okay? So the King of Swords, we've got two kings here. They could be the same person potentially, but the situation with the King of Swords can all be about clear thinking. It could be about a person, for example. Yes, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it could be an earth sign or an air sign that maybe you were dealing with, Scorpio. But the situation is around a King of Swords. What are your expectations around this? Well, the expectation is a relationship, Two of Cups. So it might be, and it's funny because we've got one area here in the focus for the first 2 weeks in September as being that there was some form of deception. I feel that this was the King of Pentacles. What is it trying to tell us about this deception? It's trying to tell us it was a person. Who is that person? The Fool. Somebody who wasn't particularly committed. They were probably looking for others. Looking to get involved with others, for example. Okay. You are hoping, I feel here, situation about hard work and effort, in which you're hoping the Page of Pentacles possibly either to be more responsible if it's recurring patterns, or Page of Pentacles are the windows of opportunity in which you can invest in because of the Sun. You're thinking positively, but you're expecting, this isn't a hope. The situation's about a King of Swords. The expectation is about a relationship, or the start of a relationship with that Two of Cups. What's the reason for that? Because you guys should have some victory here. You've got the Six of Wands, a victory coming in. So even though it doesn't show it here, there might be something new coming in for you guys, because you're expecting, the situation is about another individual, a King of Swords. If this is the same person, then you're still on it, Scorpio. You're still on it. If these two kings are the same, you're still on it. Alright, because the King of Swords can represent somebody who's quite cold, clinical and detached, but you're still expecting some form of a relationship because you'll have victory. You're looking at overcoming whatever this is. So if this is the same person, it could be you're still expecting something to happen, I feel, with this individual, Scorpio. But it could easily be somebody new, but he's not showing up. He or she's not showing up. It's either one or two people, I feel, that I'm seeing here. If it's the one person, you're expecting them to come back and overcome something, Scorpio. If it's another person, it's telling us, I feel, that somebody else might be coming in. What's the hidden factor showing up? Well, the Two of Swords is the hidden factor. So the situation is about blockout. Could also be the need to make a decision here. What's coming in around that? Well, the Six of Pentacles is what you can't see coming in. Making a decision. What's that decision around? It could be around a one-sided relationship with the Six of Pentacles. But it could also be that what's coming in is you're going to have a decision, because it might be that there are two people for you to choose between. Six of Pentacles doesn't just show one-sided relationships. It shows someone who's playing. They've got one person here that they're focusing on, but there's another person waiting in the wings. Alright, so it might be the situation is saying that you're going to have a decision to make. It might be between two people here, and that might be why this King of Swords is showing up here. Somebody looks like they've gone, but somebody might be coming in the expectations. Though we don't see any focus of this, I feel, here, it's saying in your expectation, you're expecting some form of a relationship, connection, because of victory. If it's the one person, the same person as this, you'll be expecting them to come back, I feel. If not, this must be somebody new. Because the situation might be around having to make a decision between two people. And you can see here on the situation around that coming in that you can't see, is that you've got one person. I think that you're the merchant here. Six of Pentacles. If not, then this is this person here, maybe, that they've got a decision between you and somebody else. But what's the reason for this? Justice. You're going to get your rewards, Scorpio, for some of you guys in the first 2 weeks of September, I feel. Alright, now Justice is a card that says you get your rewards. For some of you guys, it might also be, potentially, that what's coming in is, situation is a decision. Well, what's the decision based on? Six of Pentacles can also be an investment card. Do you invest in someone? Why are you investing? Because of justice. Does somebody come back? Does somebody come back? For some of you guys, I know I've said it before, some of you guys it hasn't happened, but I'm reading all the scenarios that there are. I feel that what's going on, Scorpio, is it's either that this person here who wasn't particularly committed and they're looking at other things, other people, Five of Wands, it could be in your expectations. This person is showing the situation is the King of Swords. So it could be the situation is about this person's clearly communicating with you. So they turn from a King of Pentacle, somebody who's possibly resistant as well, because they're the Fool, they're not committed. King of Pentacles is somebody who's cautious. So it might be the Seven of Swords represents a deception. Well, what's the deception about? If it's not an earth sign, it might be on a very cautious individual, King of Pentacles. Why is that? Because this person's not particularly committed. They're looking at other things, your other competition, so other females, other males that you would class as your competition. Your expectations are, it could be that if it's the same person, this person clearly and honestly communicates you and with you, and this is the situation potentially, and what are the expectations of that? By the Two of Cups, that you'll come to some form of an agreement together. There will still be a love connection. And what's the reason for that? Because you overcome whatever this is with that Six of Wands. So it could still be someone. If it's not, then this is somebody else that we haven't necessarily seen here, which means for me that there'll be a decision. It could be who do you invest your time into, this new person maybe, or are you still looking to invest your time into the person here, which I would probably read as being this King of Pentacles potentially, because of justice. Big decisions need to be made, but it could also be justice represents the rewards that you get your justice. So if it's justice, it might be somebody that's coming back and you have to make a decision. That decision is based on investing. What do you invest? Why are you needing to make a decision on investing in this person? Because you've had your justice. Some of you guys, it might be that you've settled the situation with the justice energy. It might be some form of karmic energy with that justice card. It might be the person comes back, you get your rewards. Let's have a look at what's happening in the immediate future for Scorpio. Well, the Ten of Cups is the situation. Ten of Cups is all about happiness, emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, but it's also the card that represents saying goodbye, waving goodbye. But what is it about this Ten of Cups being the situation? What will you experience in the immediate future around this? Well, there's new love, or there's love coming in. Ace of Cups. What's that based on? Well, the Emperor. Alright, so some of you guys, it might be someone, I'm not sure, it might be, because you've got love coming in, the Ace of Cups, but it's based on the Emperor. Alright, it's because of the Emperor, okay? This is either this person coming back and they've sorted themselves out, I feel, with that Emperor, they've put something in order. Could be a new person though, could be this King of Swords. that you guys are expecting a relationship with, because you've had some victory here, and we are seeing justice here as well. So you're getting what you want somewhere along the line here. For some of you guys, it will be a new relationship. For some of you guys, it could be an old one. And what's the overall outcome? Well, you've got the Queen of Cups. That's you guys here. Queen of Cups is about shared emotions, empathy, sympathy, but it's also about compassion, feelings as well. What is it about this Queen of Cups being the overall outcome? Strength. Okay, so there's something about your feelings in which the overall outcome is strength. Now, let me have a look at the reason for strength. All right. I think you guys might be bonding with someone here with this strength card. I think you might be bonding, I'm not sure, because you've got the Magician for the reason for strength. The Magician is to take action. The Magician is the start of something new when it comes to love. It's a physical attraction. It's a spark. It's based on the Magician energy. But also this can be based on ideas as well. Because you have here new love coming in. Or just love. It's based on the concept of the situation being the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment. What is it about that emotional fulfillment being the situation? Well, it's based on love, new love coming in for some of you guys in the immediate future. Why is that? Because of the Emperor. This could be, if it's not somebody around you, it could be family, father figure. It could be you guys, especially if you've got any fire in your chart like Aries. Okay, setting some boundaries here. We do have the overall outcome showing you guys. Queen of Cups is somebody who knows how they feel. So this is about emotional introspection. What is it about that emotional introspection? Well, it's about having the strength and the inner confidence. What is that inner confidence based on? To start something new, maybe with the Magician potentially. Because the Magician represents starting something new. So I feel that for some of you guys, it could be somebody from the past. We'll go through the reading very quickly again, Scorpio. I feel that this is, the situation is all about you. Because Queen of Cups is Scorpio or Cancer energy. This is all about you, Scorpio, being the situation. And this is about intuition. When you get the Queen of Cups, she's very emotionally intuitive. So the situation will be about emotional intuitiveness, I feel, with this Queen of Cups energy. In which, well, what is it about that emotional intuitiveness that you'll experience in the overall outcome? And that is strength. Some of you guys will be having the strength, the inner confidence to withhold or to draw back. Why is that? Is it a new relationship? So are you taking things slower maybe with an individual? Especially here, if the situation is about repetitive behaviour going on with the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you guys, it could be about repetitive behaviour in which the hopes are around that competitive behaviour to look at a situation more responsibly, to take your time when you're looking to invest in something new because of the Sun. Big clarity is coming to Scorpio. But what's interesting is this area here in your expectations. There's a face card showing up, Court card, King of Swords, in which your expectations are you're going to get together with this person. There's going to be a emotional connection. Why is that? Because you've had some victory. So this is either this person here, who's non-committed, looking at other areas for fun. You could have had some clarification, some clear communication from this individual. It should be good because you're expecting this because it's been good. It's been victorious. You've had a successful communication maybe with this individual. Hidden factors though, decision time. What's that decision based on coming in? Well, the Six of Pentacles. Do you invest in this individual or not? Why is that? Because of justice. What have you experienced from this person in the past? What is your experience been? What do you know with the Justice card? What has been settled with that Justice card? It could also be because you get your justice with this individual. For some of you guys, I feel it's going to be somebody new here. Even though it wasn't showing it here, it's showing here because it's showing a Court card, your expectations being the Two of Cups because you've had a victory with the Six of Wands. However, you've got a decision to make. Does this person come back at all when somebody else comes? What's that decision based on? Well, what they're trying to tell you, I feel, in the hidden factors is the Six of Pentacles. And that is not only investing in one person, but you've got somebody else waiting in the wings. So it could be somebody coming back and somebody new. Or it could simply be decision, situation. The decision is based on whether you do invest, because this is also an investment card. It shows that when people are getting loans, that type of thing. Why is that? Because of justice. The ball is actually in your court, I feel, here with the Justice card. Happiness is the situation in the immediate future. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Well, what's that emotional fulfillment around? Well, there's new love or love being offered. Why is that? Because of the Emperor. So I feel that for some of you guys it won't be the same person, because I feel that this person here possibly wasn't looking to have anything. They're very cautious because they've gone into another area looking at others. The Fool is facing that Five of Wands. It wants a piece of the action. So this might be new love coming in because of the Emperor. So it might be somebody who's far more balanced as an individual. Alright. It could also be, some of you guys, this will be a new relationship. For some of you, it will be somebody coming back. But it could also be, well, there's happiness here, 10 of Cups, ending of a cycle being the situation. What is it about that situation? It could be healing as well with the Ace of Cups. What's that healing based on? The ability for you guys to start creating order in your life, to start setting some boundaries, which is why the overall outcome could also be, Scorpio, that with the Queen of Cups being the situation, you guys are sitting in your emotional intuition. What is your emotional intuition telling you? Well, the situation here, around this we have strength, that you need to hold back, possibly with that Strength card, before starting anything new with the Magician. So it can work many, many ways. Alright? I do feel you guys have somebody around you. You're expecting this because of this. But you have a decision to make whether you want to invest in the situation because of justice. It's your call. However, for some of you guys, yes, it might be that you decide to go for this thing. For some of you guys, it might be that you are feeling emotionally happy. There's a cycle coming in. It's being closure. There's closure on a situation in the best possible way for some of you guys with that 10 of Cups. Around that, it's about healing, Ace of Cups. Based on the concept of setting boundaries on oneself, creating order of the mind, in which some of you guys, it might be with this Queen of Cups. Well, this is about emotional introspection, evaluation, but also intuitiveness, that with the Strength card, you need to kind of resist, hold back. You're confident enough to do that before really starting anything new with this Magician energy. Okay, that is your reading. We're going to get a quick angels. It's a very nice reading because I think it does show Scorpio, no matter what the situation is, being in control of a situation, okay? I think there's some of you guys, there's somebody coming in here because these are your expectations, and that's a King of Swords showing there. So it's a Face card, it's a Court card. I think there's something coming in for you. You might go for it, but I feel that some of you guys might go for it, but you might also resist it as well. It might be that you need more time to kind of get yourself together. What is the advice, angels, that you have for Scorpio? What is the advice that you have for Scorpio? Show me the advice that you have for Scorpio. What is the advice that you have for Scorpio in love? In September 2017. So the advice is, there you go, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. There you go. It's telling you to release your ex, Scorpio. Okay? So if somebody's coming back, you've got to release them. Alright? And this might be why it's showing up the energies there. Sitting in your intuition here, around that is the strength to withhold. Why is that? Because of the Magician. Because of the ideas, because of the intentions that you have. So it might be that this situation is about emotional intuition here. In which, well, what is it about that emotional intuition in the overall outcome? You guys having the strength in the inner confidence to hold back. Why is that? What's the reason for holding back? Well, it's the Magician. You might have been setting some new intentions for what you want. Alright? For some of you guys, it could be somebody new coming in here. Alright? But you'll still be looking at having the strength. Holding back, just resisting a little bit before marching in, maybe with that Magician card. Might be because there's still somebody very much heavily around you guys, but it's telling you if this is an ex coming back, possibly you need to release this individual. If this is somebody new, then it's not fair to have a relationship on the rebound with someone, and that maybe what you need to do is release your ex before you get involved with somebody else, Scorpio, because the time has come to clear your energy off an ex. Alright, so it's telling you either way, whether it's somebody coming back or whether it's somebody new. Somebody coming back, release the ex, because you need to clear your energy from this individual, or else it's not going to work. If this is somebody new coming in, you still need to release the ex before you go forward. Alright, because it might be that you've still got the energies of that person around you and you're getting involved with somebody on the rebound and it's not going to work. Okay, so first and foremost, the angels are telling you, Scorpio, that you're going to have to release your ex. Okay, that's your reading, my darlings. Love reading for the first 2 weeks in September. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.